Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Wahara Kakodash, the Bawanas, the Apostles, the Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you ought to be. It's your brother Chawagi. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame looking like heathens, who spit bear witness that they're a child of the Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. In the name of the Heavenly Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christ, or Yeshua. I got a quick lesson. Any other priestess come out, you already know it's Holy Spirit. It's Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And you know, you know, all immorality and stuff has to be influence and stuff, and that influence and stuff has been given to the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And as it says, matter of fact, let me grab this. This is Psalms chapter 83 and verse. I started at 2. It said, "For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head." It says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones." And that's talking about Israelites. It says, "They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." And how they do that? By taking our heritage away. It wasn't just the fact that Israel just forgot. No, Israel, yeah, they go to demons again. When I prove this word and stuff, they be on that shit. Hinderers of the truth. May the Lord judge y'all. Real talk. Fucking demons. You see this? Alright, hold on. This is why it's good to have the book. Salakia. Demons. So this Sirach. No. This is Judith, and it's just late. It's been doing that and stuff because my scoffers, they have more power and stuff in this world than just the average Joe Schmo and stuff who got a 9 to 5. This is Judith. Uh, uh, shit. I'm fuck around, be surrounded by agents, government agents at that. So this is Judith 5:17. It's Judith 5:17. It says, "And while they sin not before their power, they prosper, because the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, that hateth iniquity, meaning sin upon sin, was with them." It says, "But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground." It says, "And their cities were taken by the enemies." You know what I'm saying? And verse 19, it says, "But now are they returned unto their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered." It says, "And have possessed Jerusalem." It says, "Where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate." Verse 20, it says, "Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people," it says, "and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them." You see, right? So this is what the heathens knew. This is what the heathens knew. You know what I'm saying? What to do and stuff to just to take us down. You see, and this was their crafty counsel. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, like even here today and stuff, what they like to do, they like to go after the children. They go after the children so they can indoctrinate the children and stuff, because then they become the new generation and stuff. And once that new generation and stuff is hip to the wickedness of this world and stuff, then guess what? As it says in Proverbs 22:6, as it says as it says in Proverbs 22:6, it says he train up a child in the way that should go, and they should not depart. You see, right? And they show you that in that movie called "Bury My Heart in Wounded Knee," which is about the Gadites, the Native American Indians. You see, right? So this is Psalms 83:3 again. It says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people." What is that crafty counsel? The different philosophies and stuff that they placed upon us and stuff, so we can be astray from the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. It says, "And consulting against thy hidden ones, which are Israelites." It says, "They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation." Now, they ain't talking about genocide. It ain't just genocide. It's not just that. What it was that uh, 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 that we was going to be taught another way, that we was going to be taught the way of the heathens. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we was cut off. There was still a way and a following or instruction that we was following stuff, but the thing is that and that's what made us Gentiles. Israelites who were foreign from their own habitation and stuff. Why? Because the heathen use crafty counsel and stuff, entice the Israelites and stuff of the newer generation and stuff, so it can be continuous and stuff, that their way and stuff will be fulfilled instead of the way of their actual heritage when they come down to Israel. You see, right? So it says that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. It said, "For they consulted together with one consent; they are confederate against thee." It says the tabernacles of Edom, and it says which are the Caucasians. It says the full-blown spirit Caucasians, right? And these are full-blown spirit individuals. It says, and the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabians of Moab, the Chinese, the Hagarians, Ishmaelites, the Arabians, the Gabal and Ammon. Uh, 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 shoot, I should have read it over here. All right, so it's Ammon and Amalek, which is the chief priests, which are the small hats. You know what I'm saying? The ones that call themselves Jewish or Israeli. It says the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. You see, right? So I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab this. Uh, um, it's Jeremiah, and it's actually a curse and stuff in Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 37. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 37. It says, "And thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua shall lead thee." Right? So this is meaning that we was going to discontinue from our heritage, as it says in Jeremiah 17:4. Right? And with that being so, this is also what was applied. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And it says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end," it says, "of to the earth, on one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone," meaning that it was another instruction, another deity and stuff, with its rules of worship and stuff being placed upon us and stuff, instead of the actual heritage that the Lord has given us, bestowing the word onto us to be gods, as it says in as it says in Psalms 82:6. Right. So I want to go to this. Uh, um, uh, well, that's pretty much the point. So I'm gonna grab this. You know, uh, um, this is um, so I'm gonna go back to the Romans. It's Romans 1, and I'm gonna start at 20. This Romans 1 and 20, it says, "For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that so that they are without excuse." It says, "Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations." It says, "And their foolish heart was darkened," meaning your mind. It says, "darkened," meaning you couldn't see. Verse 22, it says, "Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools," because they wise in this world, and the wisdom of this world and stuff is by paganism. You know what I'm saying? You see, verse 23, which a lot of people delight themselves in. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes 10 and 6, which bear with me. You niggas just want my stuff. Fuck you talking about. Excuse me. Y'all just want my stuff. This 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 Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. It says folly is set in great dignity, and a rich sit in low place. Matter of fact, verse 5, it says, "There is an evil which I select." It's Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. It says, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun." It says, "as an error which proceeded from the ruler." It says, "Folly is set in great dignity." It says, "in a rich sit in low place." You see, right? So, pretty much, pretty much, a lot of people are foolish and stuff because they follow the ways of this world. You know what I'm saying? You know, but in their mind and stuff, they think they're wise. And I think it's in the book of Corinthians and stuff. It says, uh, 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 you know, he that is wise in the world, let they become few fools and stuff so they can become wise. You know what I'm saying? And that's wise in this word and stuff, you see. Verse 23, it says, "And change the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like the corruptible man." You know, um, Esau, Edom and stuff, you see, right? The iconoclasm and stuff that he committed, right? So It says, it says, it says, into birds. It says, "and four-footed beasts and creeping things and stuff," which Israel is known to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you read the history. Verse 24, it says, "Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through their lust of their own hearts, to dishonor them their own bodies by between themselves and stuff." So guess what? That means that there's going to be Israelites, and what they're going to do, they're going to do dishonorable things, immoral things and stuff when it comes down to their bodies. You know what I'm saying? You know, because of their lust. You know, you got a lot of people and stuff, what do? They go, it's this one person that I seen, you know, they go overboard and stuff when it come down to the piercings. You know what I'm saying? You know, now you can get a nose pierced. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures do talk about the nose jewels. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, um, you know, you know, you can get earrings and whatnot and stuff. But some people and stuff, they go too far. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got motherfuckers and stuff who want to be aliens and fucking dragons and stuff, and they mutilate their bodies. Right, so I'm gonna get the word. First I'm gonna get the word uncleanness. Bear with me.
Strong's G 167. Akatharsia. Akatharsia.
It says uncleanness, physical in a moral sense. It says the impurity of lustful, luxurious, profligate living, impure motives. Right, and that uncleanness, you know, what I'm saying, don't always have to be sexual. That uncleanness and stuff can be bloody as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, or violent. You know what I'm saying, right? Because it still pertains to the flesh. So, and I want to get the word dishonor as well.
Strong's G 818. Atimadzo.
Yeah.
Atimadzo.
It says dishonor, insult, treat with contempt. It says whether in word, deed, or thought. You know what I'm saying? Because everything starts with the mind. Before you actually make an action and stuff, it starts with the mind, meaning you got to think upon it. You know what I'm saying? It tells you that in James, the first chapter and stuff about being enticed with sin. You see? Now, the thing is that a lot of people and stuff, when it come down to Esau, Edom, uh, uh, the different things they put, you know what I'm saying, entices a lot of the Israelites and stuff and think that it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Or that it's all right and whatnot and stuff, because that was their agenda in Psalms the 83rd chapter and stuff, accept the way of the heathen, and that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? Even when it come down to uh uh back in the was it Greece and the times of Greece and whatnot, when it come down to Jim really means being naked. And what will happen is that what will happen is that you will have Israelites and stuff, and they will be butt ass naked and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be sitting up there wrestling each other. You know what I'm saying? Right, right. So it was immoral things and stuff that the heathens and stuff have bestowed upon Jake and stuff, so they can be estranged from their power, and it's still here today, right? So this is it says verse Romans 1:24. It says, wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie. It says, meaning establishing their own righteousness. It says, and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator themselves, or even the heathens. You know what I'm saying? Because right now the heathens are in power. You know what I'm saying? The heathens are in power. And going back to that Ecclesiastes 10:6, it says that it says no, actually verse 7. Verse 7. Bear with me. There's Ecclesiastes 10:7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses, talking about position of power. It says, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. You see, and with that being the case and stuff, guess what they have done? They have a lot of Israelites and stuff. They down with it and stuff, because since they're in the power seat, they follow after that. You see, because even I say it like this in Jeremiah 6:2, it says all Israel. No, it says Israel is likened unto a comely and delicate woman, and what that means metaphorically. I mean, no, when it says it's pretty much referring to the relationship that the Lord has for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we also consider the wife as well, meaning the men, women, and the children. You know what I'm saying? No matter how they look. You know what I'm saying? It's not a homosexual thing and stuff. It's just a metaphor that he uses because of that love that a husband and wife will have, meaning that it's very strong. Or he'll say the daughter of Israel. Everybody knows the relationship, daddy's girl and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a very strong bond. Scriptures also talk about marry thy daughter, and that's not talking about, that's talking about to be real close onto her and stuff. You see, now, you all, so what's gonna, so when it comes down to women, you know what I'm saying? We know that they follow after power and stuff. Now, when it comes down to the nation of Israel as a whole, whoever's in the power seat, guess what? Especially if they've been uh, 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 entice and stuff to follow the ways of the heathen because they're in power and whatnot and stuff, then guess what? That's what Jake gonna do. That's why you have Jakes and stuff. They like eating medium rare meat. You know what I'm saying? They like to dip their meat in the blood of the animal and stuff that it came with. You know what I'm saying? It's immoral sexual things and stuff. You got necrophilia, homosexuality and stuff. You got even transgender and whatnot and stuff. You see, you know, you got bestiality. You got what's it called? Damn, it's I forgot what it's called and stuff, but it's when people want to have sex with the earth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women do that stuff too and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They'll put a condom over a zucchini or a cucumber and whatnot and stuff, and they'll use it as a dildo. You see? I forget what it's called, but I think it's one of those, right? So this is Romans 1:25. It says, or they'll use a carrot and whatnot and stuff. You see, You know, it says, who changed the truth of the Most High, Yahbashim Yashai, into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed for ever. Amen. You know, following after their own morals, what they think, when the Lord already gave the blueprint and stuff of success. Verse 26, it says, for this cause the Most High gave them up to vile affections. So I'm going to get that word vile. And he's talking about Israelites, you see. So I'm going to get the word vile right quick. Atamia.
Strong's G 819. Atamia. Atamia.
Dishonor, ig, ignominy. It says disgrace, indignity, doing things that's indecent and stuff. And heterosexual things is not indecent. You know what I'm saying? There's anything else and stuff that'll be outside of that. Dishonor, reproach, shame. You see? So I'm going to go back. And it says, for verse 26, Romans 1 and 26, it said, for this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature and stuff. You see? And as you can see over here in the NLT, it says that is why God abandoned them to their shameful desires. It says, even the women turned against the natural way to have sex and instead indulged in sex with each other. So committing homosexuality, you see, you know, right? And it'd be the same way for the men, you know, because the woman was created for the men in the first place, you see. In order for them to, it says, to be fruitful and multiply, in order for that to happen and stuff, you can't deal with the same sex, you see, right? Verse 27, it says, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly. It says, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. And I want to get that word, what is it? Unseemly? Yeah, get the word unseemly. Hopefully they can change the definition.
Strong's G 808. Aschemasune. Aschemasune.
It says unseamless, unseemly deed, and indecency, shame, right? And nakedness means shame as well. It don't mean about being butt ass naked. You ain't going off if you naked because you got to take a shower or take a bath. That's not going off. That nakedness is referred to the shame. So this is verse 28. It says, and when you go into that word unseemly, it also means not convenient. So all those individuals who sitting up here saying that they was born gay and whatnot and stuff, no, that's a demon enticing your ass and stuff to deal with that shit. You see? And then what's the other immorals? Damn, I wish I knew what it's called. Uh, it's a phobia and stuff for vegetation. You know what I'm saying? You know, but in a sexual sense. That's why you got people marrying trees and then another thing and stuff is when it come down to that female, that little girl and stuff who want to identify as a ferret. You know what I'm saying? That's just a loophole, or not a loophole. That's just access or avenue and stuff just to accept bestiality a little bit more. You see, this is verse because people be in love with their animals too fucking much. It says verse 28. Which all these things they can repent from. This is because it's an immoral way. This is Romans 1 and 28. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, it says the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind. So what is that? Because remember, the Lord had turned his back on us and stuff, and that's all, and that's part of the reason why Yahweh Shai and stuff was on the scene and stuff, so we can be adopted back. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord didn't want to deal with us. The Lord deals with Yahweh Shai. That's why he is the mediator. You know what I'm saying? You know, he earned his spot.
Strong's G 96. Adakimas. Adakimas.
It says not standing the test. It says not approved, properly used of metals and coins. You know what I'm saying? Because it was this one video that the brother had posted, and they was talking to a Gadite and stuff, and he was a homeless man, and he was saying, the spirit of the Lord was on him, or it could have been an angel. It could have been an angel too. You know what I'm saying? The test is like, are you going to listen to this person and stuff, or since they look like they don't got no money and stuff, or are you just going to keep going? It's always a test. Every day is a test and stuff on your judgments. So then he was saying that when it come down to the gold or the silver, when you take it to the pawn shop, what they do is that they give it the acid test. And if it's real gold and real silver and stuff, that acid won't burn through the metal, you see. And what is that? The fire and stuff, the different trials and whatnot. And you have a lot of people and stuff who's accepted uh, 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 to do these wicked things and whatnot and stuff, and to do these wicked things, you know what I'm saying, or immoral nastiness, you know what I'm saying, right? Immoral things that are considered as nasty, you know, ultimately of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, and they failed at it, you know what I'm saying, right? So it says that which does not prove itself such as it ought, unfit for, unproved, spurious, reprobate. It says unapproved, rejected, cast away. It says literally or morally worthless. You know what I'm saying, right? Which a lot of people want to stay in those states and stuff. So therefore, the Lord's going to look at them as worthless. He's going to reject them because they're not doing anything, and they're not doing anything and stuff for them to be accepted by Him. So this is Romans 1:28. It says, and even as they did not retain the Most High in their knowledge, Yahweh Shem Yahshua gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. This is the word I want to look for. This is the word I wanted. Convenient. That's why, when I do these sit downs and stuff, what happens? Is it convenient? Is this convenient?
Strong's G 2520. Katheko. Katheko.
It says to come down, to come to, reach to. It is becoming. It is fit. You know what I'm saying, right? And that's what also further proves, it says becoming. So this also proves and stuff that when you're born and whatnot and stuff, you automatically don't have that sexual desire and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or even, you don't even have to be sexual. A strong, intimate relationship and stuff, to the point where it's like you want to do the same thing you would do heterosexually and stuff, but with the same sex. You know what I'm saying? Or with another species. You have to be influenced for that. And the heathens and stuff are known for doing that because they have taught their way, just so we wouldn't learn our way and stuff, so they can stay in power. This is the only reason. Verse 29, it says, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, you know what I'm saying, talking shit. It says backbiters, and backbite. Let me see if it gives the right definition. Because when you go into the etymology and stuff, backbiting and stuff, it's not having to say something back. Backbiting and stuff, it's to bite from the back. If somebody bit you from the back and stuff, you know what I'm saying, guess what? That shit gonna fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see it happening and stuff. And this is what people do, right? So let's get the word backbiters.
Strong's G 2637. Katalalas. Katalalas.
It says a defamer, evil speaker, right? And it also means to be injurious from behind. You know what I'm saying? When Jake be saying it, he's like, man, you went behind my back, or to get stabbed in the back and stuff is where you can't see it and stuff. I'm gonna do it in the shadows to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it in the shadows and stuff to make you look like this and make you look like that and stuff, so people can look at you a certain type of way. That's backbiting, to be injurious from behind. It says backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, and inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, and not just your regular parents and stuff, but then also to the spiritual parents. You see, those who have this word and stuff and teach on to the fatherless. And what is the fatherless? Israelites who don't know who they are, right? And it says uh, uh, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, and implacable. It says, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. And you got individuals where it's like, if they pick and choose when it comes down to certain things, right? And the thing is that yeah, you probably ain't do nothing immorally when it come down to us. You ain't probably do anything that was immoral when it come down to sexuality and stuff. But then when it come down to the other immorals and stuff, was eating certain foods or respect of persons or being a busybody and whatnot, all those things and stuff is still a smoke in the Lord's nose, meaning you are an irritation and stuff to him because this is the deeds that you do, and he said, don't do them. You see, right? Right. If you hear, forbear. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and 6, and it says, no, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. It's a lock here. It's 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters. It says, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. And nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards. Now, once again, you can get drunk, but the thing is that if it's on a level of being consistent, the reason why it'd be bothersome and stuff, because for one, the reason why you wouldn't be able to enter to the kingdom about being drunk and whatnot and stuff, drunkards, is because that's where your mind is at. So you're going to stray away from the Lord. You're just going to be thinking about being drunk all the time. Secondly, and stuff, it also it causes you to be in imbalance and whatnot and stuff. And the Lord is a balanced power, and He wants us to have temperance as well. You know what I'm saying? And then it also messes with your health too and stuff. Because remember, the Lord, the balance that He gives and whatnot and stuff is for us to improve and not decrease, right? It says nor revilers. You know what I'm saying? Revilers are those who talk shit.
Strong's G 3060. Loidaras. Loidaras.
It says reviler, railer, to chide at, mischief, right? So this is matter of fact, hold on. Let me grab this. Uh, Here we go. Now, a reviler is a person who reviles. So this is the word revile. It says to humiliate, to regard or treat as vile. It says use abusive or contemptuous language in speaking to or about, called bad names, scold. You see, right? And this it says nor extortioners. It says shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Verse 11, it says, and such were some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and by the spirit of our power Yahweh. And I'm going to read it over here in the NLT. And it says, some of you were once like that. It says, but you were cleansed in this by this word. The word is what cleanses you. It says the washing of the word. But you got a lot of people and stuff who's in that James the second chapter spirit and stuff, and they're not all the way washed. Now we always need a cleansing about ourselves. You say if you a shiner of you wash something and stuff, and then it's like you see it's like, damn, you missed the spot and stuff. There's always going to be a couple of spots and stuff that we need to still buff it out and whatnot and stuff, and that's part of the growing process and stuff to become closer to as Yahweh Shai was, you see. And none of us on this earth and stuff is going to be spotless like Yahweh Shai and stuff. Now, when it comes down to elect and stuff, they're going to be exempt from judgment. You know what I'm saying, right? So it says, but you were cleansed, you were made holy, you were made right with God by calling on the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and by the spirit of high power. So I want to get into BBE as well, Bible Basic English, and it says this. So it says, and such were some of you, but you have been washed. It says you have been made holy. It says you have been given righteousness in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and in the spirit of our power. So the immorals that a lot of people have done in the past and stuff, guess what? They can be forgiven for. You know what I'm saying? They got to change. If they stay in it and stuff, of course, they're not going to have any mercy. And I did a sit down before and stuff. It's like, are you even merciful unto yourselves? You see, you got individuals, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to go off from time to time and stuff, as it says in Proverbs 24:16. A just man falleth 7 times, but get back up again. And it also refer to a woman and stuff as well. You know what I'm saying, right? Uh, you got and but it also says but the wicked shall fall into mischief, meaning into trouble and stuff, meaning that they're going to be continuous with it. You know what I'm saying? Individuals who sit up here and be like they don't care and whatnot and stuff, or they will care. But when it come down to it and stuff, right, that's because they love their desires and their lusts and stuff, and they can't chew that off. So pretty much, you got women and stuff. They you know, they suck their own nipples if their breasts big enough for them to do so, to get into their mouths. You know what I'm saying? You got women and stuff. What do? They take I hate to be vulgar. You know what I'm saying? But they'll take their hand, they rub their clitoris and stuff, and then when they start getting wet, they stick their fingers in their vagina and stuff, and then they put it in their mouth, and then they put it back in and stuff, licking their own substances that's created into their own body. You know what I'm saying? You got uh, uh, you got men and stuff. You got men and women out here and stuff. They love to eat a booty like groceries and whatnot and stuff, and that's nasty as hell. You know what I'm saying? They like doing rim jobs because you got to keep the rims clean. I'm referring to a car, but and just like how somebody will make sure that their rim is clean and stuff on their car, they do the same thing to somebody else's butthole, and it's females doing it now. It started off with the men, you know what I'm saying, doing it and stuff, but females doing it as well. You see, you know, men talking about getting ate from the back and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You know, getting a salad tossed by that women who don't have strap-ons or don't do any pegging. You see, you got men out there and stuff who like to get pegged. You know what I'm saying? That's immoral. You got there was this one video in the past where it was an island woman. You know what I'm saying? And I think they was more than likely Ishkarites and whatnot and stuff. And pretty much what happened was is that you had this Edomite that would come through who would pay them and stuff just to shit on their face. And they show you that in that movie not another teen movie and stuff. And she was talking about getting the and it was in a sexual sense and stuff, because you have people who like um I forget what it's called. Uh, Pretty much when you put them down, I forget what it's called and stuff. But when you put them down, being a masochist, you got people that like that, and that's immoral. Even when it come down to a dominatrix and whatnot for a female and stuff, that's not what's supposed to happen and stuff, because that's some type of power and stuff that's given on to for the female to have over the man, and that's not supposed to happen. Scripture says, "I such uh, it says that I suffer not a woman to teach nor to usurp authority over man," and being a dominatrix and whatnot and stuff is unruly, is against the Lord. You see, you know. Now, you got people and stuff like BDSM and whatnot and stuff. They like bondage and whatnot and stuff. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You got other people and stuff. Uh, you got guys and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like they'll have the butt sex with their girl and stuff, which still makes you a sodomite and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then your girl is doing ass to mouth. You know, or you think it's hot and you be like, oh, it's hot and stuff. You in her juices and whatnot. And her juices is all on your rod and whatnot and stuff. And she turn around and stuff and suck you off with her juices and stuff that was with her juices, her coochie juices. You know what I'm saying? She ain't wipe it off. She ain't get no towel, no paper towel, wiping off and whatnot. She just went ahead and sucked it, tasting herself. Immoral. You know, uh, 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 I would, the thing is that that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? And then you got men out there, you know what I'm saying, where they do what is called red winging, where if a female is on her period and whatnot, when you ain't supposed to deal with her sexually and stuff when she on her period, you know what I'm saying, but we in captivity, so there's certain things you can't avoid. But when it come down to having sex with her, you got men out there and stuff who like to red wing, and that's pretty much if she bleeding out of her coochie and stuff. Guess what? If she in her PMS period, he's still licking her coochie, man. You see, he's still eating her out, and that's nasty. That's nasty. And you got jakes that do that and whatnot and stuff. And the Lord said, guess what? You was going to be in these immoral ways and stuff because the heathens was going to teach you. You see, you was going to get influenced by the heathen. If the influence wasn't there and stuff, then guess what? We never would have done such things. You see, and it's all over the internet. It's all over the dark web. It's all over. And then look what's going on. Look what's going on. These are uh, 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 look what's going on and stuff. The promotion and stuff. All these wicked, immoral, especially in the sexual area and stuff. Look all this, look all this immoral shit and stuff that they promoting and stuff. And Jake is getting into it. Are they heathens? They heathen by the mind frame. They heathen by the spirit. You see, you know. They are heathen in the mind, or their heart is after the way of the heathen. And it tells you in Jeremiah the 10th chapter, it says, follow not the ways of the heathen and stuff. And what is Jake doing? Look at Dwayne Wade. Look what he did to his son. Look what he allowed when it come down to his son. That nigga want to move because people are coming against the LGBTQ. And he allowed his son and stuff to sit up here. His son is a Jake and stuff, and he want to be a girl. Is he a heathen? Is he a heathen? Is he a heathen? He's a heathen at mind and stuff, but by spirit and spirit and blood and stuff, they're Israelites. You see, and the spirit bear witness. Because more than likely, guess what? They're gonna throw salt on that shit. Matter of fact, let me get this. This is Isaiah 3. Is it 3 and 12? Yeah, it might be 3 and 12. This is Isaiah 3 and 8. It said, for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord to provoke the eyes of his glory. It says the shoe or the show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. It says they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. So you're gonna have Jakes doing immoral things, immoral sexual things, or even immoral things that are non-sexual and stuff. You see, you know, you know, growing up, it was certain things and stuff when it come down to my grandmother, and you know, and she up in the spirit world. But when it come down to my grandmother, she had this little thing and stuff, and I was a big fan of roast beef. and and they had like some culinary school and stuff doing it, and I'm like, ugh, it got blood in it. And it tells you that in Romans 2:14 that Israel got a law unto themselves, that certain things that Israelites don't do. I know an individual and stuff. He won't touch pork for nothing. You see, and he a Reubenite. Uh, and I'm talking about an individual who's in the world, who's in the world, or hopefully he is in the truth. I don't know, but in the world and stuff, you know what I'm saying? We was best buds and stuff. We was friends. And the thing is that he wouldn't touch ham for nothing. He didn't like it. It made him sick. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else was able to eat it with no problem. You see? But the thing is that you're gonna have Jakes and stuff. They gonna go off on certain things and whatnot and stuff because they're influenced. You know, you know. This is I'm gonna get that. This is Romans 2. It's like Romans 2:14. Like the scripture. So yeah, that's nice. This, because a lot of this is impure too and stuff. It says the partiality of the Most High. It says because you got a lot of people and stuff, they'll judge this and judge that and stuff, and that's a nastiness according to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They'll the scripture says, "Judge not, lest thou be judged." Because with that same judgment, if there's somebody else going off and move to woo, and you saying that they're this, that, and the third and stuff, then you should consider them being this, that, and the third as well. But a lot of people don't do that. They one side in the judgment, and the Lord don't like that. But I'm gonna go straight to the point because that's immoral too. That's disgusting into the eyes of the Lord and stuff. That can make you an abomination. You see, you know, because people be like, well, because such and such had did this and did that and stuff, they'll be like, they're a heathen. The whole time they a Jake and whatnot and stuff who's down with that immoral. You know what I'm saying? With that immoral way. Here it is. You got certain Israelite farmers and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Where it got found out and stuff, they was having sex with the sheeps and the goat and stuff because the genitalia is the same. Is the genitalia for the female goats and sheep and stuff, it's the same genitalia that has that a female human being has. You know what I'm saying? And they be getting down. And a lot of people and stuff will be like, uh, 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 well, when it come down to it and stuff, it's immoral and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what's the influence that the heathen stuff had placed it there? You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, all that freaky shit and stuff. When it come down to old boy called the Tiger King, had a whole series and whatnot. Uh, uh, Look at Moral Oral. You know what I'm saying, from Adult Swim and whatnot and stuff. Look at and then all this, and then matter of fact, when it come down to Hollywood and stuff, when it come down to that cast and couch and whatnot and stuff, we already know and stuff that there's not a lot of heterosexual things and stuff that's going on. You see, when it came down to Nicki Minaj and stuff, guess what? She had to do what was called two girls in one cup. You know what I'm saying? And that got revealed. You know, you got a lot of individuals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Since the elites of this world and stuff, and the high level heathens and stuff, is being put out and stuff. What they have to do and stuff in order for them to maintain that money. You see, you know, they got they gotta have sex with animals. They gotta drink blood. You know, go to those different celebrity parties and stuff, and they doing all things that's contrary to the scriptures and stuff, especially on a sexual level. They gotta do. You see, but they're Jakes though. Are they heathens? Yeah, they'll be considered as heathens and stuff because of the mind frame. You know, scripture says for the love of money. You know what I'm saying, right? For the love of money and stuff, it's the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? So they do that evil and stuff because they're getting paid millions and billions of dollars. You see? And you can tell in their it's a difference when it comes down to somebody who's full of wickedness it has and you see it in their consonants versus somebody and stuff who's full of who follows ways of righteousness. You're gonna see that it's gonna be a dark aura about one person and stuff, and it's gonna be a light aura of another. So this Romans 2:14, it said, for when the Gentiles who have not the law, and these are Israelite foreigners, it says, do by nature the things contained in the law, these have not the law, are a law unto themselves. And pretty much what that means is that is you're gonna have Israelites, you know what I'm saying, who ain't gonna know, who gonna be in that Gentile mind frame, and then they fall in the ways of the heathen, but it's gonna be certain things that they won't do. Like you got niggas in the world and stuff. They'll sit up here and be like, man, if you have sex with a girl in her butt, then guess what? You'll do it to a man, which is not necessarily true. You know what I'm saying? You could be pro heterosexual and stuff, but at the same time, the thing is that you got certain guys and stuff who don't touch anal sex because of that thought. You see, you know, uh, um, uh, 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 just a few things and whatnot and stuff, right? It says, verse 15, it says, which shew the work of the law written in their hearts. It says, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts, the mean, while accusing or else accusing one another. You see, and that's what Jake do. Jake do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, guess what? With that same judgment, you're gonna be judged for it too. The Lord's gonna come after your words and your thoughts. You see, and test you and stuff. He gonna put you in another situation where it's like this is okay, this, that, and the third and stuff. Yeah, that might be something I disagree with, what I'm saying? But whoever that is and stuff, I'm gonna sit up here and be like, you know what, this is okay for them to do. But then when it come down to somebody doing the same, somebody else the same, doing the same exact thing and stuff, guess what? They're gonna sit up here and be like, woo the woo, this, that, and the third and stuff, and putting them on blast. You see, the Lord gonna do that because even having a immoral judgment, being partial in your judgment and stuff, guess what? That's nasty in the eyes of the Lord. That's disgusting in the eyes of the Lord, even though it's not done sexually. You see, matter of fact, let me get this last scripture. I think it's Isaiah. If these scriptures come out and stuff, and you come up against it and stuff, then guess what? You were smoking the Lord's nose. Let me see. It's Isaiah 62. It might be 61. Anything that was sexually done immorally and stuff can be repented from. You can repent. If you and then I mean, it goes back to the damn, what is this? This Isaiah 65:1, and it says, "A rebellious people." Anything that the heathen put out there, Jake is doing. When it come down to the immorals, that when it come down to the law, statute, commandments, and stuff, there's an Israelite who's did it or is doing it now. You see, it was uh, 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 it says so. This is there was a Mexican family. You know what I'm saying? And how it was going. The son became Apostle Rakai and stuff spoke on this and stuff, where the women would look at their sons as husband material and stuff. You see, and pretty much you had two Mexicans. You got a Mexican family and stuff, right? And they openly just sat up here and was done with this. They made a documentary and stuff. They came out about it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They put it on they put it on video and stuff, and this is what they was about. And the thing is that the Mexican son was like, I like you more than just a mother. And then the mother was like, I like you more than just a son. And they came to agreements and stuff that they was going to date as if the son was going to be the father that made him. You see, and they probably still like that shit till this day and stuff. And guess what? They full blown Mexicans from the tribe of Issachar. So this is Isaiah 65:1. It says, "I am salt of them that ask not for me." right? It says, I am found of them that sought me not. It says, I said, that Psalm the third chapter. It says, I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. It says, I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts. It says, and remember, those own thoughts and stuff was enticed by the heathen. You see? It says, verse 3, it says, a people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick. And that's talking about these churches. It says, which remain among the graves. It says, and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessels. So when you go into that word abominable, because a lot of you all eat. Y'all eat raw meat. You like sushi. Nothing wrong with vegetable sushi and whatnot and stuff because the ingredients and stuff you can eat raw because it's rice or well not really rice. It has to be cooked or steamed and whatnot. But when it comes down to the veggies and whatnot, you can eat that. But when it comes down to raw fish and stuff, that is something that's disgusting in the eyes of the Lord and stuff because He said don't eat it. And a lot of you niggas love that shit. You think it's popular. This is word abominable. And it's the word pakawai, and it says foul thing, refuse unclean sacrificial flesh. You see, and it says to stink, uh, uh, to eat unclean ceremonially, abominable and abomination. You see, a lot of you all eat unclean flesh, camel's hump. As long as that MSG and that Louisiana hot sauce is there and stuff, you'll eat it. You know, this is verse 5, and you know that they do them in the churches because after the sermon was over and stuff, you'll go down to the basement or into another room of the church and stuff just so you can get that free food. And we already know Jake. It was written in the scriptures that Jake only came to Yahweh Shai and stuff not to really get the word, but they'll sit in front of them, but really go after their own covetousness. Where it's like, oh, I hear you. Oh, that makes sense. But where's that bread and fish at? You see. And Jake do it till this day and stuff. They go to these churches or they go into these mosques or whatever religion and stuff or any other area and stuff. If it's free food, they going for it. They'll tolerate certain things and stuff just so they can get that free food. It says verse 5, it says, which say, stand by themselves, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. It says, these are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. It says, behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but real recompense, even recompense into their bosoms, meaning into your face. It says, your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, saith the Lord, which have burned incense upon the mountains of the burn incense upon the other mountains and whatnot and stuff. It's talking about other governments, well, other deities. It says, and blaspheme me upon the hills. It says, therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom, right? Because everybody's getting tallied on everything that's being done, And there's a scripture. There's also a scripture. It says in Sirach. I'm gonna just read it right quick out of my scriptures. Right, this is Sirach because you got a lot of jakes who do this. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is saying repent and He gonna clean that slate. But you got a lot of jakes and stuff who always want to pull something up that somebody else do. And according to the scriptures, that's something that you're not supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? This is because and it's like, well, right there and stuff, the Lord said that He'll do this and do that and stuff. That's because they continuous in it. You know what I'm saying? If you stop doing it and stuff and continue to fall away, no matter how many times that you fall and stuff, if you get back up and you seek out the righteousness, guess what? That shit gonna be clean. So this Sirach or Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 8, verse 5, it says, reproach not a man that turneth from sin. And you got a lot of jakes, oh, you did this, you did that and stuff. But as soon as that shit come back and crack on them and stuff, guess what? They get violent. And that's that judge not lest thou be judged. You see? But they're not going to get it anyways. It says, verse 8, it says, thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in a cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it So will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. Because yes, Israel is supposed to be, all of Israel is supposed to be, we are servants unto Yahweh Bashim Shai. But you got Israelites and stuff, which is majority of the nation, who want to follow the ways of the heathen. So no matter how much that the word gets brought out there and stuff, so they can change from their ways, they always going to rebuttal. They always going to have something to say. They're always going to find some type of way and stuff to justify their actions, even though the Lord said don't do that. And they're going to stay within their wickedness. You see, no matter how much you tell them to escape from it, no matter how much you warn them to escape from it, they're going to keep doing it and stuff. You see, and that's the separation, because that's pretty much a demon that got them in that spirit. You see, right? Because here it is, a demon